Interesting. Hey there, sign of Virgo. This is Kim here to give you your messages for the month of August 2026. The song that I was listening to right before your reading is it was Paper Crowns by Alec Benjamin, and the verse or the line that stood out to me is when there's no one to love you when you build your walls too high. And I feel like that's a message for some of you all or quite a number of you all if it's coming out. So maybe seeing where we build up our walls too high or we are guarded extra. Interesting. Okay, tell me what's coming in for August for Virgo. Spirit guides, angels, for their highest good. And those want to come off. Okay, I have the Empress energy with the Queen. I have the Sword. It looks like it was in the reverse. Okay. And the Vessel. This is weird. This is different type of message. Okay, so I'll tell you, like, the first type of message that it's coming out is something where it really feels like having to do some sort of inner child work on how you view your body, your vessel, your temple, maybe even like how you view your looks. And they're saying, because there's somebody here who is in your life, this is usually a mother or a mother figure, the Queen or the Empress energy, who sometimes had like harsh words to say regarding appearance, or they were strict, on themselves a whole lot. So there's something that like came off on us, and maybe we're just heavily like critical of ourselves or heavily critical about others on that level. So it's an interesting message. It's just saying, like, watch your words, watch how you speak to yourself. Make sure you're speaking to yourself kindly. Let's see what else this message is about, because I mean, obviously this is some kind of truth or communication too that can be coming in. I will just channel messages and you take what resonates for you if it resonates. This is going to be a time in August where I think you're going to be very proud of yourself for some kind of accomplishment, that maybe it's some sort of self-improvement that you're making on yourself physically here too. So, because I see a lot of energy being put into this. We have the Hierophant coming out first, Taurus energy. It's your commitment. But I mean, for some of you all, this is like a serious commitment to yourself here with Source, God, the Most High. Like maybe you got clarity on something going on with your body, your physical self, how you feel. Says rescue station. This is the zombie tarot, by the way. It says rescue station. And it's talking about a fireball. And there the sun kind of looks like a little fireball in the vessel. Excuse me. Judgment. Yeah, I mean, it's a plan, right? It's a plan, but it's also judgment. I usually see this as See how they're like hitting the alarm? They're like, okay, it's time. Big decisions have to be made, and they have been made. They are being made. Maybe you're deciding to commit to somebody too. Maybe the walls are coming down. Maybe that's what that song was about, coming in, because this can point to marriage and getting along well together. Big announcements in life. That's judgment. It's like going. So 2 major arcana for August so far is pretty big. So if you're looking for clarity from spirit, they're sending it to you like a weapon. They're sending it to you like you can't miss it, like a weapon. Look at these major arcana. Holy crap. You even have death on the bottom. Wow. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. So yeah, I mean, listen, there's only 22 major arcana in the deck of 78 tarot cards, and when you get a major arcana in a reading, it means that there are big events that are occurring, and there's something huge that's occurring here, because you have the Empress energy and the Emperor energy. You have death, which is huge. It can be the closing and ending of a chapter, but then something that transforms ultimately. Something gets open to you. You think of like something new on that's how I view death, is that there's something new on the horizon. Like, that's how I look at that energy. I look at it as transition, not as something like to fear, and not as something that's like a state that's permanent. I feel like it's actually not that. It's the opposite. It's just the progression to something different. So you're progressing to something different, and I mean, wow, you have the sword and you have justice, looking like they go together, right? You have a heart and you have a brain, and you're weighing it out. So you're trying to use your heart and your head to make a decision. I'll just say quickly, when you're making decisions and they do come from, like, they're coming from the heart, you're having to ask your heart for guidance. Place your hand on your heart while you do it, or while you're meditating, while you're trying to get information. Consciously, like, visualize that connection between your brain and your heart, and then connect it with that palm of your hand. There's something very powerful in that, that I have found. So this is justice, good karma coming to you. The month of August looks huge for you. Lots of action, and I mean, and obviously lots of things happening because of the major arcanas, but this King of Swords and the Emperor, I mean, and let's not forget you have the Empress too. So this is knowing the right push and pull, the right action to take, the right time to surrender, the right time to, it looks like, to make a plan and to stick with it, and to be pretty, like, once you stick to this plan, or you've got the plan, you have the clarity, you know what you're doing. Yeah, nothing's going to stop you or deter you. Your discipline and determination, it's going to get you everywhere. For one thing, it's keeping you very nice and balanced. So you could say justice brings in new contracts, new relationships, partnerships. It's where, it's like I said, it's good karma too. So it's where things get balanced out finally. You have some very powerful people in your corner. So I'm going to say that, yes, these are the archetypes that can represent you and your energy, being in your own authority. Okay. The word authority has author in it. You have to be aware of who's writing the script for you. So this is you being in that, that's actively what you're doing. But you also have this friend or somebody who has a very high rank position. It can be a male or a female here, either or, but they're very powerful. And somehow, I don't know, are they coming in to help you with some sort of transition or something big here? Ace of Wands. Looks like they're helping you with a path that this is the Ace of Wands, so it's a path that really leads you to a lot of inspiration. Could be for work, could be romance, both of these. So this is a new path, judgment, a big one, a big new path that you're going to find inspiring. But I really think it's because somebody finds you inspiring already, like beforehand. I think that if anything, the first messages that were coming out were saying that you were almost being too hard on yourself for something here. So to analyze that would be good, and to change our views around ourself, our image, our body, things like that. If the Ten of Swords is an ending, and if you look at this Ten of Swords, there's like three, it looks like the Three of Cups. It's three people. One is stabbing this guy in the back, right? So somebody has done you wrong, and it's, you know, one too many times. That's probably linked to this death energy, where that is the transition. So it has a wrap, it completes. No more of that. It's putting, that card is actually a good sign that you're finally ready to cross the threshold of putting the worst of the worst behind you. So that's a good card to get. Tell me what the commitment is about with the Hierophant. Temperance. Jeez. Strong Sagittarius energy, because it's touching judgment and temperance here. Ooh, and another Emperor. What is up? And you're not... Okay, let me say. I've been doing these readings for a long time for you all, like update readings. And I have noticed between today and yesterday, the major arcana are starting to come out a lot for people in my private readings. And now I'm seeing this reflected in your collective readings. I just want to say that because, and I'll probably mention it in the selective collective, that there's major energies here right now. Like, this isn't just your, yeah, we're ascending, we're getting some upgrades. And this is like what you do with the upgrades. This is like what you do with that new energy that you're working with. And there's something that this Emperor is thinking long and hard about, right? Patience. It's all about good timing. Patience with your commitment too. Whatever the commitment is, because it's reaching up to the Most High. So it's being inspired by the divine. It reminds me of Christ consciousness, coming back to, you know, rule with the iron sword. And there's somebody here that's really big, that's on your they're on your side. The protector, the king over the kings, the protector, the person that has an empire to look out for. So that's why you have to be patient. That's why you have to always work on inner balance, and especially inner balance and harmony, you know, with your health and what you're eating and sleep, you know, all of the stuff. There's so many experts you can consult if you don't know what to do, you know, but this means things are going to be balanced out. I think your mood's going to be really good too here with temperance. You always have the balance of the water and fire, right? The balance. I'm holding this, but I'm holding this too at the same time. Another King of Swords. Really strong energy to like acknowledge you being the mastery level or the expert here at this game of life. The Devil energy. Gosh, see what I mean about the major arcana? Wow. Libra, Sagittarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio. Seven of Swords and the Devil. Oh, goodness. What? What is that about? Plotting. Oh, it just seems like an energy that's plotting here. And how do I keep you in an energy that's fading away? How to keep you bound or in an energy, like you see this, looks like a big bird. It's interesting. The bird is like just as big as the people in this, but they have it caged up, right? This devil-like energy coming out with the Seven of Swords, yeah, it means that there's a strategy here to keep you bound or to keep you tempted to continue an energy that I said is going out, though, that won't be here for too much longer in this type of authority that it has had to be able to tempt people or deceive. This is when that energy pulls in self-doubt, makes you think you're thinking it yourself, you know, constantly in doubt. Or, and I would say with these energies, though, there's no doubt of who could really be in charge, right? Then you have the Chariot on the bottom, which is like this victory or success over this energy. So huge, 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 huge. Another Ace of Swords on the cut. Big energy. Yeah, don't let it get into your head, and that energy can just do sneaky little things. They don't always have to be big. They can be little things like trying to make you compare yourself to others unfairly, harshly judging yourself or others, critical of yourself. Like, so it can be trying to plant seeds of all different kinds. You just have to be aware of it. So maybe that's the ending here too. That's Ten of Swords. Maybe that's the ending of some kind of attachment. Most of the time, your awareness to it will send it on its way. Because then it's like identified as, that's not mine. That whatever I just thought that was self-defeating, I don't claim that. I don't own it. I'm going to send it on its way. And there's your finish line. So that's the completion. That's the end, the finale. Final chapter, feeling relieved. So, yeah. And I need to point out the most obvious with this reading that I have not pointed out so far. I don't know why. It is Justice and the Sword. And this King of Swords can be a lawyer or somebody that works in the legal. And this could be an ending to some type of legal struggle or battle. I would see a win with these cards here for you. Something that you'll be relieved that it's over. So that's what I'm getting for you. If you need a private reading, information is in the description box below. And they are video readings. Thank you all for the support so far. There's 3 different prices in the description box below. Sending you love and light. Bye.